all of you all. Today we are starting with season 2. So a brief introduction about Kamlesh sir. Right, I've already put that in the Telegram group. He is basically now concentrating on attention. He wants to be an attention maverick. His basic liking is talent development, attention maverick. I keep saying that mindfulness, vipassana, and be brilliant. And you might be wondering what is his qualifications. He's a chartered accountant, right? He's an MBA. He has been with Goldman Sachs as vice president. He was with Nemura as executive director. He is the founder of 3N Innovation India Attention Institute. He trains regularly at Deutsche Bank. He trains with all investment bankers. He's supposed to be extremely good in strategy, right? He also comes to SPJN and takes visiting lectures, right? So he gives the practical insights of strategy. Uh, he is basically also a valuation expert. To just quote one of the feedbacks that has come to Sir, from a rating analyst, Grafila Jain. I attended the PACT. PACT is Power of Attention and Concentration session. It is definitely a game changer from the content to the style of delivery, the passion towards the concept, the real life examples, right? It was an amazing experience. Just one session, and it did help me in a lot of areas. It's been 1.5 months, 1.5 months since the training, but I have continued to incorporate and manage to continue the resolutions that I made on that day. So Ms. Jain says, I would recommend the PACT training, right? So one of the training programs that Sir does, Power of Attention and Concentration, to everyone who wants to improve focus, improve quality and productivity at the work. All the best, Kamlesh. So of course, this has to be from an MNC. I would always say Kamlesh ji, but that's okay, right? So Kamlesh sir is a dear colleague, absolutely dear colleague. We are honored to have him here. I would now, with your permission, respected colleagues, start my slideshow and then give it to dear Kamlesh sir to take this to the next level. Kamlesh sir, we start with a disclaimer clause because sometimes I do tend to get aggressive in naming companies and saying they have done something wrong, right? My disclaimer clause, right? Yeah, whatever we are doing is for education and of course for implementation. Yes, we start by, I'm missing Dr. Shrikant because if he would have been alive, I believe he would have come back and told me, Anil, you're doing a good job. It's very important for a mentee to hear that words from the mentor. But frankly, I think Parimal sir, Dr. Shrikant, these are people whom we look up to, right? And that was evident when the Sunday's lecture. All of you super leaders, I love you all. I really love you all the way you're applying. All my social media partners, we went slightly slow on uploading, but now it's catching up because I've got a new partner by the name of dear Arpit. He is a dear colleague of Prerit Tiwari. So Prerit Bete has introduced Arpit ji to me. So now, right, Rahul ji was getting slightly tired because uploading 25 videos is not a joke. And right now, Arpit ji has come in. So the uploading will continue. Thank you, Shanti ma'am. Thank you, CA Abhay. Thank you, Kamlesh sir, for joining. The Attention Maverick, and ex-Goldman Sachs. Please remember, for those who are not aware of Goldman Sachs, that is one of the biggest firms, investment bankers, right, when you call it. Please note, this is the situation we are all facing today. So we have the economy, which is in a bad shape. We have right, a bit of depression, right? Sometimes I wonder what keeps me going. I should say it's all you all who keep me going. It's as simple as that. Whenever I go out, I feel that I need to do something for you all. And thank you very much. Parents' health, housing loans, school loan. Many people have got into a moratorium now. Moment the moratorium is lifted, we don't know what's going to happen. But still, finally, the empire is God. And we believe that God is for us. God will take care of us. Lovely WhatsApp forward that I got. In case anybody has lost job, etc., my request to you all is, please don't give up, right? There are people who are recruiting. If you are having the right talent, there are people who are recruiting, right? Lovely joke to start with. I want to see Kamlesh smile. So they say that wherever you have countries which are ruled by men, they are in a bad shape. And then the countries with leaders, right, are managing the crisis best. Though it has come as a joke, I don't know if there is something very serious about it. Though it has come as a joke, I think it is for us to rethink, do women manage better? So I'm going to call some women managers to address us here. But anyway, this was a joke where somebody says, now you know why you should listen to your wife, as if we have any choices in life. But anyway, whoever has passed this joke maybe is unmarried, right? So, right, I believe we don't have choices. Somebody here may throw something, so I may just keep my hand here and continue by saying that please donate for the social cause, right? Yes, it's getting worse, but we are there. We'll fight it out. Rajshri Sam, ma'am, great. I don't know if you're here, but we all love you. Ashlesha, ma'am, Chartered Accountant, God bless you all. My first sponsors, Vismay, Hiranya, thank you, the lady entrepreneur. Saurabh, I love you. I don't know how many times I'm going to show your photograph because the third time you have donated today. Right now, I think I'll have to ban you from donating the way you're going. God bless. So I want your other company's name now. So this is your agriculture firm. But Saurabh, I want your other company's name. And believe me, please send it to me. All right. Yes, the Aditya Shah family, I love him. Yes, I'm so happy to announce Speedo Communications is good news, right, from the Pai brothers. Uh, I would like to say that my dear colleague has Rahul, if I'm not wrong, yes, Rahul has become a father again. God bless him. Right, he's been blessed with another baby boy. Rahul Bete, God bless you. Very happy to hear the voice. Yes, right, Prasad Khata, God bless. Right, Hartek, love you. Right, he's changed many a life. Simarpreet, Sridevi, Akshay, I love you. Right, I love you for all that you are. God bless you. Sunanda Manjrekas, I think God bless them. Absolutely wonderful. Liv Satwik, thank you very, very much. Right, for young mothers, right, wonderful product by three lady entrepreneurs. Yes, sir. Thank you, Ketan, sir. Love you. Real estate giants and infrastructure giants. Yogesh, keep going. That's it, right? Meba, Hiren, love you again. Your preschool and your textiles. And I hope you have already cut down your interest cost. Please do it as fast as possible, right? Yes, Raj, lubricants, well diversified group with hotels. Sir, Kamlesh sir, these are all the sponsors of the previous sessions, right? And I make it a point to keep mentioning this is a virtual accountant. So they give you wonderful accounting solutions. In fact, sir has already started putting up his messages on the Telegram group. So anybody who does not want to spend on accountants but needs very good accounting service, recommended to go to Mr. Jay Shah, Palm Tax Solutions. Yeah, last times, no, not last times, Anjay ji, right? This was second last time. Anjay ji, I can only say pranams to you, sir. The way you have been advising MSMEs and doing work for MSMEs, especially, I can only say namaste to you, sir. Lots to learn from you. Yes, this was the sponsor for last time, Mr. Kishore. I have not met them, but thank you, sir. Right, they are into outdoor digital printing. Thank you very, very much. Today's sponsor, the Sonia Group, saris, dress materials, and kurtis. This was a lovely message that I got. Right, he sponsored on his daughter's sixth birthday just to teach her that you should not waste food. That's an amazing thought, right? And if you teach values at a young age, then the values stay for life. Thank you very much, Bete. Right, this is their products, wonderful products. Yes, this is that lovely family, absolutely lovely family. Starting with grandparents, right? Mr. I love this. This has come out very well with the name Mr. Kapur Chand Shah and Mrs. Narangi Bai Shah. God bless. Parents, Bharat sir, Banu ma'am, thank you very much. Sister and Jijaji, Harshal and Janvi. That was very, very good of you to write them. And thank you very much. Respects to parents and grandparents. Yes, this is my Rikshit Shah. He was with us in SP Jain, now passed out and doing very well in business now, right? Wife, Meha Shah. Yes, the two lovely kids, Shivika Shah and Pranaya Shah. Thank you very much, Rikshit, for your donation to Hunger Movement. You are making a difference. So colleagues, we are now also doing something before I give it to sir. We are trying to donate something for the transgender because nobody is looking at transgenders. So sponsorship invited. The amount is now 11,000, not 12,000 because there's a demand supply gap. So I've reduced it to 11,000. It's a request. Please keep doing it. There's a lot of work that we need to do. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. But I believe Mukesh Ambani has transformed my life. And because of his strategic way of looking at things, which Kamlesh sir will explain in a completely different manner, Blue Ocean Strategy today is among the world's 7th richest person, right? There's one clip that I want to show to all of you all, and then we start.
During this phenomenal journey. first lesson is courage. And I have seen it in a whole lot of you. साहस और हिम्मत जिंदगी में बहुत जरूरी है. Nobody has ever achieved anything big in business or in any walk of life without courage. Of course, whenever you do anything big, you do feel a little scared. साहस एक ऐसी ताकत है जिससे डर को भी डर लगता है. I want today's young leaders at Reliance to realize that achieving your potential is the quest of the ordinary. Conquering the impossible is your destiny. The second lesson I have learned is feel empathy. Empathy means caring and sharing with every human being in our organization and the world at large. The more we care, the higher we grow as human beings. I understand empathy as dil ki daulat. It is the wealth of your heart. The more you spend it on others, the more wealthy you become. The third lesson I have learned is to have absolute faith in technology and talent. In every business we have started, we have always embraced the latest technology and have attracted the best talent. When top technology and talent work together, they produce unbeatable creativity, innovation, and invention. The fourth lesson I have learned is something I call Dil Ka Rishta. Like my father, I value trust, loyalty, and a direct heart-to-heart relationship. Today, you have a fabulous platform that will enable you to achieve multiples of what has been achieved by my generation.
That was a small clipping that I wanted to show. I now would stop the screen share and hand it over to our guest speaker. Welcome, Kamlesh sir. It's all over to you, sir. I welcome you with a namaste. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you, all of you guys. There are about 134 people, including the organizers here. Hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear on the other side. And if there is a technology issue, let me know. I'll log off and log in again. Otherwise, you should be able to hear me on the other side fairly clear. Now, the topic is called Blue Ocean Strategy. I'll explain why it is called Blue Ocean Strategy and what's the meaning of it in a very simple format. But for that, I'll have to start with a small story here. Now, how many of you know Coke and Pepsi? How many of you know Coke and Pepsi? Just keep your hands on the chat box so that you can respond. How many of you know Coke or Pepsi or both? Now, this is a story which goes about 34, 35 years behind. And it's a story of the Coke CEO having a strategy meeting of all the Coke senior management. Now, I want you guys to come with me and enjoy the story and understand where the roots of this program called Blue Ocean Strategy comes from. Now, this is like a business strategy meeting that the senior leadership of Coke is having in Florida. And the discussion is about how do we increase our market share? So how do we increase our market share? How do we make more profits? How do we expand our revenues? How do we get to bigger and bigger scale? And at that time, the management had a 3-day, what's called as offsite. For 3 days, all the senior guys, senior vice president from different departments and all that, gave constant presentations. And after the entire presentation group was over, the last day, the last hour, the CEO of Coke comes and tells this on the screen that all of you guys have said fantastic stories. All of you guys have said great examples. So I'll give you some examples that they gave. So one of the guys said that we should hire a new brand ambassador for Coke. One of the guys said we should hire a new brand agency for Coke. One of the guys said we should do an event for Coke. One of the guys said we should change the bottling of Coke or color of Coke, and simple ideas that people give. One of the other ideas that people gave was that can we increase the distributor margin for Coke so that Coke becomes much bigger. And after all of these ideas, this guy, Coke CEO, comes and says that, my dear, just for your information, as we in Coke are having what you call as off-site or strategy discussion here, just for your information, in the nearby hotel, Pepsi is also having a similar meeting. So imagine this, Coke and Pepsi are duopoly. And Coke is having a meeting, and the Coke CEO says, as you guys say that we are having a meeting here, there is a similar meeting going on in Pepsi, and they are also probably thinking the same things that you guys are thinking. Intelligence is that much, right? So what you guys are thinking is what those guys are thinking. And then he said a legendary sentence. And the legendary sentence that he said was that our competition is not Pepsi, our competition is water. Now, I hope you guys understand this. Our competition is not Pepsi, our competition is water. And that was a legendary sentence that was said then. Now think about it and ask yourself this question. When you think about your business, when you think about your strategy, when you think about a new product, when you think about a new line of business, what do we think of? Most of us, unfortunately, think of competition. We think of what others are doing. We think of what others might be doing. We think of trying to beat them. But the reality is that does not make sense at all. What actually makes sense is not competition, is actually creation. And that's the core essence of this blue ocean strategy. If you stand anywhere near the ocean, if you look blue to you, and there's no end to it, which means it is abundant. There is enough for everybody there, and people can play a game, and it's called the game of abundance. And that's why it's called blue ocean. The opposite of blue ocean is a concept called red ocean. Red ocean is a market where everything is finite. Itna hi hai, if I can use Hindi here, itna hi hai ya to tera hai ya mera hai, which means the market size is finite. Either it is yours or mine, but we are not expanding the market. When Coke CEO said the sentence there, the idea was, he said, when in America somebody is thirsty, instead of thinking of water, they should come to Coke. And they should have Coke. And the reality today is, those who have traveled to US will know that Americans drink more Coke than they drink water. And that's actually a reality. They drink more Coke than they drink water. And that was changed by one man's idea, who said that our goal is not to beat Pepsi. Our goal is to think of water as a competition, change the game. Absolutely. Now, this is where the crux of what is called as blue ocean strategy lies, in everything that you guys do. And I'll give you several examples here. I'm not sharing any screen right now. I will give you several examples. Some of them may be big examples, some of them may be small examples, and from different industries. But the idea is, somebody thought something different and conquered the market. And obviously, after he conquered the market, somebody else came and competition came in, and the blue becomes red. Simple example, Anil sir showed a video of Mukesh Ambani. I hope you guys remember, in India, there was a time when incoming mobile calls were 16 rupees. Outgoing mobile calls were 32 rupees. How many of you remember that time? How many of you remember that time? There was an incoming call charge of 16 rupees, outgoing call charge of 32 rupees. And that is the industry. There was a company called Hutch in those days. There was a company called Orange, which was then renamed as Hutch. And these companies used to charge 16, 32 rupees. My father used to actually send me what you call as missed call, so that I get a missed call and then I'll search for a landline to call him again. And that was the reality with mobile phones. And today, where is mobile phone? In your pockets, you'll have 3 with dual SIM, which means you essentially have 6 mobile connections. And that's the reality. You know who changed it? This was this guy called Dhirubhai Ambani, who gave you a pocket silver color phone, if you guys remember, and it was called Karlo Dunya Muthi Mein. And he basically said, talk whenever you want to talk whatever you want to talk, pay me 15 paisa per minute. If you don't have anything to talk, just talk. I hope you guys remember that. And from that to today, look at what has happened to the industry. Now, the reason why I'm explaining this example to you is that the original company called Reliance Communication, which was obviously then Dhirubhai Ambani's, and the both the brothers were together, was a company to come and shake the what is called as telecommunications market, and they make the market much bigger. Remember, they did not shrink the market, they expanded the market. People who did not have phones started having it. People who never thought that they will need a phone started having it. And that's how the market expanded. Everybody made money in this. Everybody made money. Just remember this. Everybody made money, but in a different ball game altogether. And that was original Reliance Communication. But hold on. 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, the same blue ocean became red. The same blue ocean became red. Reliance Communication today is bankrupt, does not even exist, and Jio dominates the market. Because Jio said, why should you even pay for calling? Why should you even pay for calling? Forget calling. Don't pay for calling, pay for only data, and we'll figure out how to make money in this. And I hope you guys remember this. About 5 years ago, you and I used to pay for 1 GB data, 250 rupees a month. Is that true or not? 250 rupees a month, 1 GB data. I used to go to any hotel, and first thing I'll ask is, Baba, Wi-Fi connection hai kya? And that is how I used to operate. And I never used to have anything on video. I got to download nahi karta tha and all that stuff. Once Jio came, they said, why 1 GB per month, 1 GB per day, take it. Even if you don't want to watch it, watch some video. Even if you don't want to do a training program, do the training program, but do it. And look at what has happened today. The same industry has a new blue ocean strategy player, and the old blue ocean guy has now collapsed. The reason why I'm giving you this example is that blue ocean strategy is not a one-time concept. You come up with an idea. After you come up with an idea, it's an open market. Everybody will catch up the game. Once they catch up with the game, you'll have to quit that idea, come back again with something else. Now, I'll give you a little bit more detail into it, and then I'll obviously leave it for Q&A at the end of this program. How many of you remember a brand called Gold Spot, Thumbs Up, Limca? Do you guys remember these brands? Gold Spot, Thumbs Up. I hope you guys remember. All of these were brands owned by a company which was run from Mumbai, and now they own only Bisleri. I hope you guys remember this. When Coke and Pepsi came into India, August 15, 1988 or 86, I don't remember exactly the date, but August 15 was the launch. Juhi Chawla was the first ad that came to television when they launched this, what is called as Coke Pepsi in India. And on that day, this guy said, Baba, I cannot compete with you guys. You take Gold Spot, you take Thumbs Up, you take Limca, you take everything. I don't want all of this. Leave water with me. Now, Coke and Pepsi guys said, India does not need a market for water. India does not have a market for water. It has a market for drinks, aerated drinks. So they took all those brands, paid him a lot of money. And this guy kept only water with him. And I hope some of you guys are my age and will be able to recollect. In India, buying water was not a concept. मतलब पानी को कौन खरीदता है? पानी तो free मिलता है. There was no such concept of buying water. I hope, how many of you, let's see if I can get a response in the chat box. How many of you traveled by train for a more than 24-hour journey and have got down from the train every station, Nagpur, Aurangabad, Nasik, and have searched for thande pani ka cooler in the railway station and have taken a cello and Milton can to go and stand in the queue to get water and get back into the train? How many of you have done that? Respond on the chat. Just respond, yes, I have done it. There you go, Anil sir, you have done it, which means you are my age. Now think about it. There was a time where we never used to pay for water, and buying water for me, I remember this, I was brought up in Chennai. In Chennai, we used to go to the Marina Beach, and Marina Beach is a place, it's like the Juhu Beach in Mumbai. And we used to get water in a glass, which was for 5 paisa. And that was the only paid water for us. There was no such concept called paid water in India. This guy, Ramesh Chauhan, he said, boss, forget all of this. You take all of this, I'll keep water with me. And fast forward 20 years, fast forward 30 years. Today, all of you guys buy water. Is that true or not? Is that true or not? All of you guys buy water, and water is a huge industry. Nobody thought that water can be an industry. But today, water is a huge industry, and the reality today is that you go to a shop, you don't say, Baba, bottled water dena, you say Bisleri dena, and that guy will give you Aquafina. You will ask Bisleri, he will give you Aquafina, but Bisleri has become a name for water in India. Somebody thought like that. Somebody went forward in the market, and somebody said, Ki Baba, market ke andar ye demand shayad hai, lekin pata lagana hai ki hai ki nahi hai, and we'll capture that market. That's exactly what blue ocean strategy is. Now, there are a few rules here. I'll keep giving you examples, but there are a few rules. Number one rule, you are not inventing anything. Remember this, you are not inventing anything. You are only adapting to something that has happened somewhere else and copying that or applying that. or what is called as adaptation debt. Remember, water was an industry in developed countries. In India, it was not a market, but somebody thought that India, once it gets developed, will need water. And therefore, he created that concept. So number one, it is not inventing anything. So don't search for the mystery idea and all that. Number one. Number two, it by definition expands the market. Okay, it by definition expands the market. It does not shrink the market. It does not fight for the same market. Number three, which is actually the most important of these 3 points here. Number three is your non-customer base is always bigger than your customer base. Understand this, your non-customer base is always bigger than your customer base, which means that there are people who probably want to buy, but they're not expressing it right now. They're not telling you right now. Now, how many of you know about this product called ID? ID, the Idli Dosa Mava packet. How many of you know? Anil, sir, you get ID packet at home or no? Or you get the daily?
Yes.
You get the ID branded packet, right? Yeah, now, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, ID branded packet sells for about 80 or 90 rupees a packet. The non-branded dosa mava packet in the market is available for 40 rupees. Remember this, in the market, the non-branded packet is available for 40, ID sells for 80, double the price. But ID sells, the non-branded packet does not sell as much. Think about it. Nobody thought that this was a market. This guy from Kerala started this company called ID, and today ID is like a rock star. Even in the north, if you go, people now don't have to buy rice and get the rice batter machine and all that. You don't have to do anything, and they give you a product on your platter. Somebody thought about it, right? And today you can compete with them, but remember, they did it. And they did it with a different style completely. Remember, they did not invent anything. They did not create anything from scratch, but they expanded the market, because today markets in North India, which were not catered to ID, Idli Dosa and all that, now readily get Idli Dosa Mava packet. And that's an example of what you can do with Blue Ocean strategy. Now, let me give you a few more examples here so that you get further into it and you will understand why I'm talking about this. Now, a lot of people think that when you talk about, sir, Blue Ocean strategy, does it mean that you have to sell cheaper? No. One of the rules in Blue Ocean strategy is that you should break this myth. In Hindi, it's called सस्ता है. अगर मतलब सस्ता है तो अच्छा क्वालिटी का नहीं है, और महंगा है तो अच्छा क्वालिटी का है. That's an assumption that we have. If it is cheaper, it is not good quality. If it's expensive, it's good quality. It's an assumption we have. One of the things that Blue Ocean strategy tries and breaks is saying is that you don't have to be necessarily bad quality if you're cheap. You can give high quality with being cheap. It's possible to do it. And customers are actually not looking for cheaper products. Customers are looking for wow products. Now, let me give you another example here. How many of you remember a Nokia E52 phone? How many of you remember the Nokia E52 phone, the metal body, metallic body, QWERTY keyboard with nice keyboard? How many of you remember that phone? I hope you guys remember that phone. It used to be a market leader phone about 12 years ago. Nobody ever, not the compass types, the full QWERTY keyboard, thin phone as such. And it was a leader in the market. In those days, it used to sell for 16,000 rupees. And at that time, suddenly from nowhere, Steve Jobs comes and says, here is another phone that I'm going to offer you. It's called the iPhone. If you guys have time, you should go and watch a video on YouTube on this. And he says, here is iPhone. It is 35,000 rupees. Remember this, the best selling phone in the market at that time was 16,000 rupees. This guy said 35,000 rupees. I still remember in those days, I used to work in Lehman. And we say, 35,000 rupees में scooter आता है. Phone कौन खरीदेगा? And we were like saying, actually scooter आता है 35,000. Phone कौन खरीदता है 35,000 का? And the reality today is you buy a 1 lakh rupee phone. Is that true or not? Somebody changed the game. Yeah. Somebody changed the way the game is played. And that somebody becomes a Blue Ocean strategy leader. In every industry, it's possible. In every industry, it's possible. It's about you planning. It's about you figuring out where the latent market demand is. It's about you figuring out a product solution for that latent market demand. Let me give you another example. How many of you remember in your cities or towns, you had a single screen theater? How many of you remember? How many of you 20 years back have gone to a single screen theater to watch a movie? And it was very difficult to get a ticket because वो black में खरीदना पड़ता था उसको रास्ते में खड़ी. And when you enter the theater, the entry is grand, but the exit is pretty shitty. I hope you guys remember वो parking lot में से निकालता था, पीछे की तरफ में से या bathroom के side से निकालता था. Entry was grand, exit was pretty bad. I hope you guys remember those days. Movies, when VCR and CDs started, when DVDs came into the market, people said it's the end of what is called as the movie display industry. People will watch in the theater. Why will people watch in the theater? They'll watch on the television screen at their own time. And that's when a guy called PVR, Mr. Bijli, started this brand called PVR from Delhi. If I'm not wrong, it was from Saket, one of the Priya theater from Saket. And he said, forget it. People should not come to watch movies. People should come to have an experience of watching movies. He said, people should not come for movie. A picture अच्छी है कि नहीं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. उनको 3 घंटे में मजा आना चाहिए. And for 3 hours, we should serve them popcorns. We should give them plush seats. They should have a grand entry, grand exit. And in those days, I don't know how many of you have been there. In those days, this guy said PVR gold class ticket will be $500. I'm talking about 15 years ago. 500 rupees was a humongous amount of money for a movie ticket. Nobody thought that 50 रुपए का ticket 500 रुपए में भी कोई बेच सकता है. लेकिन PVR he said, Baba, ये ले ticket and ये ले experience and now come and watch movie. Honestly, respond on the chat box here. You guys today go and watch. Now, obviously not in the last 100 days. I know the situation has changed. But before this, you guys used to go and watch movie, not for the movie, but for the popcorn. Yes or no? Those who are from Chennai here, I don't know how many people from Chennai here, but there's a theater in Chennai called Satyam Cinemas. I'm from Chennai and therefore I give that example. Satyam Cinemas, the ticket is 120 rupees, popcorn is 450 rupees. I'm not joking. Ticket is 120 rupees, popcorn is 450 rupees, and it makes money not by anything else but by popcorn. It should be called Satyam Popcorn, not Satyam Cinemas. But the idea is, somebody came and changed the game. You can ask any number of examples. All of them did 4 or 5 things in common. Number one, they saw latent demand. When I say latent demand, which means demand hai lekin dikhti nahi hai. Koi batata nahi hai. Nobody comes and tells you. Nobody came and told you ever कि मेरे को iPhone चाहिए. Nobody ever came and told you ever कि मेरे को Ola Uber चाहिए. Is that true or not? You guys are happy with Kali Pili. You guys are happy with Meru cabs. You guys are happy with the so-called transporter guy. But suddenly somebody said, here is Ola, here is Uber, take it. You will know when the car comes. You will know when the car goes. You will have an automatic billing. You will be paying for only for the distance you travel. You don't have to pay for anything else. And there we go. Ola, Uber now dominate the market. All other players are done and dusted. Meru was the biggest player in that market. Does not even exist. Soch ke dekhna kabhi. What does it all mean? All that means is that somebody came and identified there is a latent demand. Number two, when they identify the latent demand, they come up with a product which is extremely easy to use. Number one rule is obviously identify latent demand, but number two rule is it has to be extremely easy to use. And I'll give you an interesting example of this. Now, how many of you remember that we used to have a guy on Doordarshan television at 6 o'clock in the morning who used to come and teach you yoga? I'm not talking about the last 15 years. I'm talking before that. How many of you remember there was a guy with white dress, beard? I don't remember his name. I think he's died now or something like that. But there was a guy who used to teach you yoga. And when you watch that guy doing yoga, you will feel, Baba, yoga tu hi kar, apne se nahi hoga. Because I can't do it, tu hi kar le, Baba. He made it so complicated that yoga was not Aam Admi's job at all. There came Baba Ramdev 12, 15 years ago. And Baba Ramdev said, forget all of this. I will make yoga very easy to apply. Remember, nobody ever thought yoga has not been there in the industry for the last 15 years only. It is a 1,500-year-old product. It's been there, but nobody ever thought that there could be a market for that. Baba Ramdev said, do butterfly. He started doing this. I hope you guys remember this. Those who do this will have, instead of white hairs, black hairs. I have been doing this for the last 25 years. I have no hairs now left. But the point is, somebody did this. I'm sure you guys have seen this in the railway station. People doing this, Kapal Bharti. And all of those things. Who taught all this, my dear? Somebody simplified the complex product of yoga, and today yoga is done. The world is now crazy for yoga. More than Indians, the world are crazy for yoga. Somebody changed the game, right? And no invention, again, remember this, no invention, simplification. So number 2 rule is simplify. I'll give you one more example here. I don't know how many of you are from the wood industry or furnishing industry, furniture industry. Now, I'm sure about those people who are having a house which is 20-year old. If anybody has a house for 20-year-old, most of your furniture was made by wood. Is that true or not? How many of you have a house which is 25-year-old where a lot of furniture is made with teak wood, Burma teak wood? I hope you guys remember that. Today, no furniture is made by teak wood. 90% of the furniture today is made by plywood. And that too not any more veneer, but pre-laminated plywood. Because nobody has time to get a carpenter at home, make them sit for 2 years in a home that you have paid full down payment to buy. And the carpenter will live in that home for 2 years. And after that, you will go and settle into Greh Pravesh after that. People today want instant like this. And today you have what is called as ready furniture. And you just plug. It's like the toy, the Lego games that you guys play. It's pre-laminated plywood. You just plug it and matter is over. आज मकान खरीद 15 दिन में shifting कर, मामला is done. Who did this, my dear? Who did this? I don't know if somebody is from the steel industry here. I'm giving you now localized examples. If somebody is from the steel industry and there is somebody from the construction industry as well, in the construction industry, when a new site was done, अगर किसी नए site पे construction चल रहा है, the first thing you used to do was you used to put a sheet in the front, which is the blue color sheet. I hope you guys remember. The blue color sheet, which was a normal sheet, which was painted in blue. I hope you guys remember this, which was painted in blue. JSW Steel and Tata Steel came up with what is called as color coated sheet. By the way, color coated sheet is double more expensive than normal GI sheet. And they said, here is color coated sheet. Dekho, kaun sa color chahiye wo bata hai. Color, what color do you want? And they will give you the sheet. And today the reality is, I don't know how many of you have been to SP10 campus in Mumbai. In SP10 campus in Mumbai, the training rooms have a sheet, yellow color sheet in the front. Next to the chair, there's a sheet that is there, and that yellow color sheet is from a ready-made. There's nobody who's bought a sheet and sat and painted there. Somebody simplified it. Somebody made it very, very easy. And suddenly, a market which was not necessarily that big became huge. I hope you guys remember what I'm talking about and what I'm trying to convey here. I hope you guys remember we used to use fountain pen. We used to use fountain pen. Usme ink भरना पड़ता था और exam के पहले ink भरना पड़ता था. And then came Reynolds in India. And right after Reynolds, there was a company called Rotomac. लिखते लिखते लव हो जाए. I hope you guys remember the tagline of that company. लिखते लिखते लव हो जाए. And that company said, Baba, एक pen से क्या होता है? घर में 10-20 रखा कर यार. And today the reality is in our houses, in every pen stand that you have, I have a pen stand here. I can show it to you. There are at least 10 pens in this. You never had this scenario earlier. Today you have 10 pens in one pen stand. I hope you understand what all of this is. There are a few fundamental principles of Blue Ocean Strategy, which I want you guys to take away from this program. Obviously, you can shoot as many questions as you want, but remember, number one rule, there is latent demand. India is a country with 130 crore people. 130 crore is not a small number, my dear. एक product कहीं पे भी चल जाए ना, औरंगाबाद भी ले लो ना, you are enough. You're done. Matter is over. You can build 100 crore business from small part of Maharashtra. But the point is, you have to come up with a product. Now you can think about what others are doing and waste your time in doing that, or come up with your own idea. And when you come up with your own idea, you don't have to build something from ground. कुछ नया invention करना ऐसा नहीं है. कोरोना वायरस का वैक्सीन नहीं बनाने का अपने को. लेकिन there is a product which the customers needed, and you just have to look around and see where that product is. Can you gather that product? I'll give you a small example now. In the last 100 days, I have started doing grocery shopping. Obviously, in lockdown, husbands have a role to play. So we do start what is called grocery shopping. I suddenly realized that there's a guy in this area who sells what is called as grated coconut. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this. He sells grated coconut, which means you don't have to buy a coconut and buy it at home, break it, take the coconut out, and then put into a mixer and then make coconut chutney for dosa. You don't even have to do that. He sells you what is called as frozen grated coconut. What can be made in 40 rupees at home, he sells you for almost 300 bucks, same quantity, and he's a rock star in the market. My question and my answer to you is very simple, my dear. Do you think like that? And can you actually think like that and go and see if there is demand in the market and capture that demand? There is enough and more for everybody. Number one, capture the demand, know the latent, what is called as demand. Number two, you have to make it easy. Customers will adapt to anything that is easy. Remember, the reason why Zoom sells, we are doing right now this training in Zoom. The reason why Zoom sells and WebEx and Skype does not is WebEx and Skype are way too complicated. Zoom was way too easy. And because it was very easy, anybody and everybody adapted. School teachers adapted to Zoom. People like us who were illiterates in technology, we also adapted to Zoom, and everybody adapted to Zoom because it was way too easy. Understand, it has to be easy. If it's not easy, nobody will come to you. The moment it becomes easy, market size automatically becomes bigger. Understand this. Number three, you always have to give value to the customer. Forget about price. Price is not at all a point. As far as you give value, people will pay you the price. Remember this, price is not at all the point. Always give value to a customer. The guys today, that sheet, that color coated sheet sells for twice the amount. People can still buy a sheet and paint it. It will be cheaper, but nobody buys it. Somebody here must be from real estate. Those who are from real estate, I'm sure you guys no more buy concrete. You don't buy any more cement. You don't buy any more sand separately. You buy what is called as RMC, ready mix concrete. RMC is like a benchmark in the construction industry. Nobody buys any more these three items separately. I still remember about 30 years ago when my house was built, we used to buy sand separately, cement separately, mix it. Half of it will go in air, half of it will go in drain, and only left of it will be applied to my building. But RMC has now become the benchmark. RMC is more expensive, but far more easier to use, far more efficient to use, and on the face of it looks expensive, but it's far more cheaper. Understand who did this? कोई तो होगा ना जिसने इसको बनाया होगा. Somebody must have been there. How many of you know a brand called Manyavar? How many of you know a brand called Manyavar? Virat Kohli, Anushka Sharma, both of them are brand ambassadors. Manyavar, I'm sure you guys know. Now, Manyavar suddenly came up in the textile industry. I'm sure you guys, some of you might know textile industry. Textile industry is a fiercely competitive industry. I know a lot of my relatives are from that industry. It's a fiercely competitive industry. Margins are wafer thin. The credit cycle is 180 days to 1 year. And there's a lot of dead stock and all of that stuff. But suddenly out of the blue, a guy comes and offers you a product called Manyavar. He obviously hires a big shot guy, he gets a PE funding and all that. But he says, yaar, शादी के लिए लोग shopping करते हैं, कहाँ जाते हैं? Where do people go? And in India, wedding is a big event. So where do people go? They used to go to Calcutta. They used to go to small towns in Jaipur. They will go to Mumbai somewhere. Then they'll buy all those expensive jewelries and expensive dressing and all that. Manyavar said, forget it. One-stop shop. Everything that you need to get married is available in one place. Come and take it from here and go. Nowadays, the reality is, if there is a marriage, there is a one-day booking in Manyavar before that. So right before the marriage, 1 day is dedicated book for Manyavar. You cannot get married without Manyavar. You cannot get married without Manyavar. Think about it. A market that existed, somebody created a product in that also, and today mints money. I recently went, not recently, again in the last year or so, somebody in my in-laws was getting married. We went to Manyavar. I realized that the shoe that in the Marwadi families, we have a concept called Juti. That shoe, which is usually available for 400 bucks, in Manyavar was selling for 3,600 bucks. And people were buying it. And I was shocked कि बाबा 400 का item 3600 में बेचता कैसे है? लेकिन बिकता है. If you give value to the customers, people will buy. Steve Jobs sold a phone for 40,000 rupees when everybody else was buying a phone for 16,000 rupees. Somebody gave you a value, you bought it. At the end of the day, customers buy for value. They don't buy for price. Who cares about price these days? Now, I can give you loads and loads of examples, but let me get into a little bit more what is called as explanation of this. One of the other elements of doing what is called as blue ocean strategy or coming up with blue ocean strategy are that there are a lot of tools. So I can give you GAN. My objective is not to give you a GAN, but there are a lot of tools and there are tons and tons of tools available in blue ocean strategy. But there's one tool which is my favorite, and I'm going to share that tool with you guys right now on the screen right now. Let's see if I can get the screen. So here is a tool called ERRC. So let me just bring that on the screen. And I want all of you guys to focus on this ERRC grid, and then I'll stop and take all your questions. But this is called the ERRC, which is eliminate, reduce, raise, and create. So these are 4 things that you have to ask in your industry. What can you eliminate? Which means what item was assumed to be part of the game, but is actually not required by the customer. For example, just as an example, there was an airline called Kingfisher Airlines. I am sure you guys remember Vijay Mallya created a nice airline called Kingfisher Airlines. And the first thing that Kingfisher Airlines guy will come and tell you, and there was a video that they had, Vijay Mallya used to come on the screen and used to say, I am Vijay Mallya, I have built this airline by my hand, and every air hostess has been selected by me personally. Now that was his opening statement. I did not travel in Kingfisher Airlines for air hostess. I traveled there for on-time performance. I traveled there for on-time delivery, which means on-time reaching the location, and good service. There came Air Deccan. I hope you guys remember Air Deccan. Air Deccan was the first guy to start it, and then Indigo dominated the market. Air Deccan said, "Baba, ये सब टेंशन छोड़ो, खाना पीना मिलेगा ही नहीं. अगर खाना है तो अलग से पैसा देके ले लो. लगेज का 15 किलो अलाउड है, उसके अलावा एक्स्ट्रा है तो तुम्हारे पैसा दे दो. Everything is paid. You don't have to pay for something you don't use. And that is how they reduced the price of the ticket. I hope you guys remember. Air Deccan obviously was taken over by another company. But today, Indigo is the leading market player in the market. And look at what Indigo has done. No frills. Koi halla gulla kuch nahi, nothing. They eliminated everything that the competition started to compete on. And they said, Baba, kuch nahi hai ye sab. Tumko on time chahiye milega. Luggage on time milega. Frequency chahiye milega. Simple airline milega. Sasta bhi milega. And you'll get everything that you need, but they eliminated a lot of things. So number one thing, everybody, and I am not asking any one of you guys to leave your industry and go and search for some other industry. In every industry, if you are in India, there is money to be made. If you are in India, there is money to be made because 130 crore people are still not served in this country. Nothing is served. I keep telling my training I have delivered so far for 1 lakh people. Population of this country is 130 crore. It's not even the number of people who have been infected by COVID. Itna to kaam kar lo kam se kam. Think about it. The market is very, very big. But for that, number one thing you have to do is eliminate things that you think the competition is competing on and you don't need it. It will do 2 things. 1, it will make the process faster. 2, it will reduce cost. The moment you start eliminating these things, it will reduce cost. Number 2, reduce, which means things that you cannot eliminate, but the customers don't need it that much. You can offer and you can reduce it. You don't have to necessarily take away everything, but you can still reduce it. For example, in the airline industry, they reduce the weight of the cabin baggage. They said, Baba, 15 kilo se upar allowed nahi hai. They made money out of that also, but they reduced that thing. Simple concept, reduce. Number 3, raise. Things that nobody competed on, things that nobody thought that their customers' requirement, raise those things. Indigo did what? On-time performance. ID did what? Packaging. What did ID do? Think about it. ID is the same rice, same mawa, same dosa only. What is different? The packing is different. The packing is something that they raised the level. And last one, create. Something that the industry has never thought of, you create from scratch. And you can always create by looking in other industries. ERRC is a question that all of you will have to ask yourself in every industry that you are. कि क्या हटा सकता हूं, क्या घटा सकता हूं. Remember this. क्या हटा सकता हूं, क्या घटा सकता हूं, क्या बढ़ा सकता हूं, क्या नया बना सकता हूं. What can I reduce? What can I eliminate? What can I raise? What can I create? Simple. If you have an answer for these 4 in your business, you will head towards the blue ocean strategy and you're automatically in that direction. Now, that's just a quick context of what is blue ocean strategy and what this thing is capable of doing. Now, the reason why I'm asking you and sharing all of this is that unfortunately I have been working so I am one of those only mad people in my family who went into a job, and everybody in my family, including my in-laws, are into the so-called business. And everybody said, you are mad, why are you doing the job? Finally, I started my training business as well. But one of the things that everybody talks about is यार धंधा पुराने जैसा नहीं है, मार्जिन पुराने जैसा नहीं है, रेवेन्यू भी पुराने जैसा नहीं है, बहुत किचकिच है, बहुत किचकिच है. Everybody tells me this. And the reality is that there is still somebody making money. Why are these people telling me this? Because one, they have never thought about a different game to play. The last example, and with that I'll stop. And I'll give you this example because all of you will be able to relate it. How many of you remember Test cricket? How many of you watched a Test match? How many of you watched a Test match? 5 days match. I hope you guys remember. 5 दिन होता था वो वाला match. In that there was a rest day in between. 5 days, one rest day in between. 6th day they will tell you कि बाबा draw हो गया match. It means after 5 days you don't even realize who is the winner, who is the loser. And people used to watch it. I hope you guys remember. People used to watch it. Then came one day match. One day was 60 overs originally. I hope you guys remember. Then it became 50 overs. And forget one day. Then came 2020. 2020 was 3.5 hours movie. Watch and go. Very soon, 2020 will also go. Very soon, one will come. Or super overs will come. Play 6 balls there, 6 balls here, match is over. But 6 balls में पैसा बना लेते हैं तो फिर 1 घंटा कौन खेलने का है? Remember, there was a guy called Lalit Modi who brought this concept called IPL in India. The reason why I'm giving you this example is this guy got this concept of IPL in India. When he originally got the concept of IPL in India, nobody said that this is going to be successful, including me. Nobody said it's going to be successful. People said, Baba, tu Tendulkar ko Dhoni ke khilaf kaise khilayega? How will Tendulkar play against Dhoni? How will somebody clap when Tendulkar gets out? How will somebody clap when Dhoni gets out? ऐसा होगा कैसे इंडिया के अंदर? Because India, sports was always a country, nation, pride. But this guy said, Baba, pride side में पैसा बनाने का है. And he started IPL. He said Bangalore should fight against Chennai. Chennai should fight against Kolkata. And in Chennai team, a guy from Bihar will be there called MS Dhoni. And he will be Talaiva of that team. And Chennai, nobody speaks Hindi. But this guy, a Hindi speaking guy, becomes the Talaiva of that city. And 10 years down the line, my dear, all of you guys think about it. Today, IPL is the benchmark in cricket. And IPL में 2 महीने में जितना पैसा वो लोग कमाते हैं ना, एक क्रिकेटर अपनी पूरी जिंदगी में नहीं कमाता है. And there are cricketers that I know personally who play only 1 season of IPL. They make about 5 to 10 crores in that, and after that they make money from ad revenues. And हो गया बाबा, एक सीजन में चांस लग गया, मैटर पूरा जिंदगी कौन खेलेगा, छोड़ो, टेंशन ही नहीं. Somebody thought about IPL, right? Now remember, IPL was not a new concept. IPL was a concept that existed in the Western world. Leagues was a concept that existed in the Western world. Football is a league match. American baseball is a league game. Everything is a league game. Somebody said कि बाबा वहाँ पे चलता है तो अपने यहाँ क्यों नहीं चलेगा? चलेगा. Market में product लेके आया. Existing questions, existing principles को हटा. What did IPL do? Think about it. IPL mixed Bollywood with cricket. IPL mixed Bollywood with cricket. In fact, Bollywood stars started owning cricket teams, and they said, "Mama, ये सब हटा." And वहीं पे song, dance, नाच, गाना सब कुछ करा, and get whatever you want to get, but make the game entertainment. It should not be serious cricket. In fact, cricket देखने वाला कोई IPL देखता ही नहीं है. If I am a cricket fan, I will never watch IPL because IPL is half fixed, half मतलब इधर से उधर बैट घुमा कुछ भी, लेकिन पैसा बनता है. All I am trying to say is, somebody questioned assumptions, somebody changed the game, somebody made it so easy, somebody created latent demand, somebody made value more important than price, and somebody created a blue ocean strategy. We all can do. All of us can do. In every industry. Now, I am not an expert in every industry, and this is obviously, we cannot get into one-on-one conversation, but in every industry it's possible to come up with a blue ocean strategy. लेकिन उसके लिए क्वेश्चन करना पड़ेगा, ERRC, एलिमिनेट क्या करूं, रिड्यूस क्या करूं, रेस क्या करूं, क्रिएट क्या करूं. And you don't have to necessarily look in your industry, look outside. बाहर जाके देखो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, दूसरी कंट्री में देखो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, दूसरी इंडस्ट्री में देखो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. Something is happening somewhere and we can adapt, we can learn, we can adapt from different industries and adapt and make our industry far better than what we are. There is a movie called McDonald's. So my last homework for all of you guys is, there's a movie called McDonald's on Netflix. आप लोग के घर में Netflix तो हो गई. Watch this movie called McDonald's. It's the story of how two brothers, Dick and McDonald's, started this company called McDonald's in a small town in America. They were selling burgers, but somebody who was 52 years of age came and said कि बाबा ये वाला प्रोडक्ट इतना छोटा नहीं होना चाहिए. And they created, the founder, and they created this brand called McDonald's, and look at where McDonald's is today. And you should watch this movie. Somebody changed the game, and that's the context of blue ocean strategy. Remember the rule that I said earlier, market is not about scarcity. Market is about abundance. सबके लिए सब कुछ है, सबके लिए सब कुछ है. Unfortunately हम लोग उतने से में लड़ाई करते रहते हैं, हर बिजनेस में उतने से में लड़ाई करते रहते हैं. लेकिन सबके लिए सब कुछ है. We just have to go in that direction. And we have to change the way our business is assumed, our business is modeled. And with that, I'll try and stop here. I've talked a lot, but let's see if there is some question or somebody knows. So Anil sir, all yours. I think I've exceeded my time, but that's okay.
Some feedback, sir. What a mind-blowing session. What an opening for season 2. Thank you, Mehul Bete. Exciting session. Oh, Gani. Right. Insightful session. Super. Awesome session. Cracking session. What energy. This is just amazing. These kids don't know you. Neeraj Pandit is an absolutely great guy. He says, right, Jabardast, great insight. Yogesh, Gaurav, Kamlesh sir, you rock. The book's name is Blue Ocean Strategy. So I start the question answer round. What are the changes that COVID is forcing us to review and simplify in our marketing strategy and sales? First question, sir.
All right. So brilliant. Now there is a catch here. Okay. Sometimes change is induced by the circumstances. Whatever COVID is doing is induced by circumstances, which means मजबूरी में करना पड़ रहा है, और मजबूरी में जब करना पड़ रहा है तो सब लोग कर रहे हैं, आप अकेले नहीं करने वाले. Understand this. So, for example, simplification. State Bank of India, if you have to change the password of any bank account, you have to go to the branch. I hope you guys remember. State Bank of India, you have to go to the branch to change the password of an online account. Just imagine the madness. And you have to go to the base branch. If I am a Bombay shifted guy and I have a branch in Chennai T Nagar, I have to go to Chennai T Nagar for getting the password. Obviously, all those assumptions have been changed by what is called as COVID. Everything that was friction. So there's a term that we use in management called friction. Everything that was friction has been removed by COVID. COVID said, Baba, in fact, in our industry, when I send a bill earlier, they'll say, take a printout, put a blue color stamp, sign, cover, and then send. Abhi wahi customer bolta hai, Baba, email भेज हो जाएगा. Which means all the processes which were friction driven have been removed, have been just taken off. And that is something that all of us will have to do anyways because everybody else is doing it. So this is not a change forced by blue ocean strategy. Remember this. This is a change forced by circumstances. Ab is wale ke andar, if you can come up with a game changer thing that completely makes everybody else, wow, ye kaise hua, then you have a game changer. And it's possible to do it. It's possible to do it in this environment as well. But remember, one core principle of COVID will change is everywhere where there is friction, remove it. Jitna jagah pe friction hai. There are several places where there is a process that exists for a reason. And there are several places where there is a process which exists for no reason. I'll give you an example. How many of you remember that when you used to file a tax return, income tax return, online filing, again, I'm asking all of you guys, I want the response in the chat box. When you file an income tax return, you had to take a printout of that ITR form file, sign it and send it to Bangalore. How many of you remember or how many of you have done that? How many of you have done that? Anil sir is smiling, which means he has definitely done it. But like, imagine this online filing. उसका प्रिंट आउट लेने का, उस पे साइन करने का, उसको बैंगलोर भेजने का नॉर्मल पोस्ट से, यू कैन नॉट सेंड इट बाय कोरियर. दिस इज व्हाट आई कॉल एज क्रिएटिंग फ्रिक्शन फॉर नो रीजन. व्हेन दिस सरकार के मैंने सेड बाबा ये क्या लगा के रखा है, इसको ओटीपी पे कर, सारा काम ओटीपी पे होता है, ये ओटीपी पे क्यों नहीं होता है? एंड ओटीपी से लिंक कर, बैंक अकाउंट से लिंक कर, किसी से भी लिंक कर, बट रिटर्न फाइल करने के बाद खुद ही ई वेरीफाई, मैटर इज ओवर. टुडे यू एंड आई don't take a printout and courier it anywhere. You do an Aadhaar enabled, some authentication, you do it. What is this? It's called removing friction. All of us have to understand this, my dear. If you really want to compete in the post-COVID world, you will have to somehow bring down the cost and somehow increase the value to the customer. If you have to bring down the cost, you have to remove friction. The moment you remove friction, cost goes down. And the moment friction goes away, ease becomes more, customer will love it because easy ho jayega sab kuch. Today if I have to do a program, I just have to log into Zoom, I press, people from America can attend my program. It's a matter of just joining, frictionless and easy to use. There you go. So I hope I've answered your question. In a post-COVID world, you have to remove frictions and you have to enhance the value to the customer. You will make tons of money provided you do these two things.
Abhishek has always been there for all the classes. So his question, he's from Damodar Industries. Does this mean that a blue ocean strategy can be killed by, that is Meru, can be killed by another blue ocean strategy, Ola, Uber, in short span of time? Wonderful question.
Absolutely, absolutely. And remember this always. अगर एक बार blue ocean आया, इसका मतलब जिंदगी भर खा के उससे नहीं खा सकते. You cannot earn from one idea forever. That is not at all. It was possible in the olden days. In a world of competition, in a world where information travels very fast, Zoom came, Geo copied. I hope you guys, Zoom was copied by Geo. In a matter of a few days, Mukesh Ambani is the guy who copied it. The point is, in a world where information is transparent, everything will become competitive. But if you're a leader and if you offer something that nobody else offers, you will still dominate. But that does not mean that you can eat on this business forever. Things will change. And remember, I've been telling this for a long time and I do a lot of my programs. The rate at which change is happening is not the same rate at which we are changing. The rate at which change is happening is not the same rate at which we are changing. We are not. Which means we are always playing a catch-up game. मतलब वो गाड़ी चल रही है 100 किलोमीटर में और हम लोग चल रहे हैं 50 में. That change in car is running at 100 kilometers an hour and we are running at 50 kilometers an hour. You're always playing a catch-up game. You will never be able to catch up. Which means you have to keep doing it again and again. Keep doing it again and again. The guy who started Reliance Communication went bankrupt. Today Jio is winning. I can guarantee you here, and I'm saying this on a recorded program. In 10 years from now, and 10 years is also maybe far off, 5 years from now, Jio will not be relevant. Something else will come up. And it could come up from Mukesh Ambani. Who knows? It is possible because every time somebody comes up with something new, he comes and scratches the industry somewhere completely and purana wala mal khatam. It's possible to do it, my dear. It's just possible provided you keep playing the game. So if you think that you've got a brilliant idea and you've started a business, and with this business, your generation, your next generation can earn their retirement, wo hone wala nahi. You will have to keep finding it, which is why we say that if you really want to build a sustainable business, you have to keep coming up with blue ocean ideas. And one of the companies which does this very, very well is a company called Apple in the bigger segment. One of the companies that does it very, very well in India is a company called Haldiram. Haldiram is a company which challenges even the Pepsis of the world. सोच के देखना, Haldiram is the largest selling snack company. They have thrown Pepsi out of the market and they dominate the market, which means every blue will eventually become red, but that does not mean there's another blue not existing. Blue will exist. You have to keep changing your eyes. You have to keep looking for that opportunity in market.
Kamlesh sir, it's a privilege that you mentioned Haldirams because we know the family, we have taught them at SP Jain. The same goes to Bikaji, Deepak Agarwal. I'm immediately covering up because Deepak is also my student. And there is one more company by the name of Balaji. So it's about playing the blue ocean strategy. One more student, sir, you don't know him, but we all love him. He's Sumit Kabra, RR Kabul. He is there. This has been an amazing audience and he has a question for you. Sumit is a master, we call him street smart because he's very, very fast. from the promoter family of RR Kabul. He asks a question. Sir, Starbucks, Barista, and Cafe Coffee Day all started with Blue Ocean strategy, coffee drinking as an experience. Why others failed except Starbucks?
Yeah.
Sumit Kabra,
Yeah.
RR Kabul.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Right. Now, this is where I have one more concept that I keep, and I'm sorry if I'm going to touch some feathers here. Unfortunately, हम लोग इंडिया में जब काम करते हैं ना, तो हम लोग एक्सीलेंस पे फोकस नहीं देते हैं. हम लोग कई बार मीडियोक्रिटी काम करके निकल जाते हैं. Remember, mediocrity never sells. Excellence always sells. If you look at Starbucks, and I've studied Starbucks with very, very close eyes. If you look at Starbucks, the manner in which they call a customer, the manner in which they make a tea coffee for the customer, the manner in which the store is designed, the height of the table, the curve of the table is all designed with that mindset. Everybody else does not do it. Starbucks की coffee 400 rupees में बिकती है. 400 rupees for a cappuccino, Oreo, something, पता नहीं उनका नाम भी अजीब होता है. लेकिन 400 rupees में the coffee, no matter how many times you go to Starbucks, the coffee will taste the same. The coffee will taste the same. How many of you have gone to Starbucks? I don't know, but the coffee will always taste the same. That is not true with Cafe Coffee Day. That is not true with anybody else. I'll give another example. There's a company called Chai Point. I'm sure you guys have heard about Chai Point. In Bangalore airport, I land, that's my favorite tea, ginger tea from Chai Point. वो चाय के business के अंदर, they are now dominating the market. And Chai Point said कि यार चाय का taste हर बार अलग-अलग क्यों आता है? Anil sir is here. I don't know if he's a coffee guy or a chai guy. But in my house, if there are 4 times tea made in a day, 4 times tea will taste different. Same person makes it, लेकिन चारों बार अलग-अलग. Mood पे depend करता है. दूध बराबर नहीं आया, गैस बराबर नहीं गली, पानी बराबर मिक्स नहीं हुआ, चाय बराबर, God knows how many times. But this guy, Chai Point, said chai can taste the same every time, and they created a product. We know what they focused on, what their operations are. Starbucks focused on how their operations are, how standardized their operations are, where their coffee is sourced, where their sugar is sourced, what color of the texture of the background that they use in the coffee store. Utna level pe detail pe jane ke baad, there's a program that I run called Attention to Detail. And I keep telling this, that unless you pay the smallest attention to detail in everything that you provide, you will never get a customer get addicted to you. Remember, I'm using word addicted. Customer अपने product पे जब addicted होगा तो कहीं जाएगा नहीं. Starbucks in America is like a brand. It's like भगवान राम जी के यहाँ सुबह-सुबह जाते हैं ना, वैसे वो लोग Starbucks मंदिर जाते हैं. मतलब मंदिर जाते हैं वो लोग Starbucks जाते हैं. And they will not move without a Starbucks coffee in their hand. Simple logic, my dear. If you cannot focus on what is called as operations, excellence in delivery, wow factor, which customer, remember, if you go to Starbucks, they'll call you by name. They will call you by name. Mr. Jain, your coffee is ready. They will call you Mr. Jain from there. They personalize the touch. Nobody else does it. Understand the importance here. The key for success is that you have to focus on this thing called excellence and get rid of this word called chalta hai. I've been telling this a lot of times in my programs कि इंडिया के अंदर कोई भी वर्ल्ड क्लास प्रोडक्ट आज तक इसलिए नहीं आ पाया बिकॉज वी आर फिल्ड विद चलता है माइंडसेट. हम लोग वो लास्ट का 1% में लाने में पसीना निकल जाता है. वी नेवर कम टू दैट लास्ट 1%. वो लास्ट 1% मैटर्स. When you focus on quality so much that the last 1% is also focused on, then you create a wow experience for the customer. There are several what you call as chocolates available, but Cadbury's is Cadbury's. There are several butter available, but Amul butter is Amul butter. There are several what you call as products available, लेकिन कोई एक product stand out करता है. How do they stand out? It's very simple, my dear. Your operational excellence has to be focused. Apple का फोन खरीदते हो, I don't know if you have an Apple phone, but if you have an Apple phone, you know कि वो डब्बा कैसे खुलेगा, you know वो फोन हाथ में कैसा फील होगा, you know उसका टच कितना देर में आएगा और कितना देर में जाएगा. That's the level of focus that they pay on the smallest level of attention to detail. And when you do that kind of work, customer will get addicted to you. वो जाएगा नहीं. So in the coffee industry, I know for sure that Cafe Coffee Day and a lot of these baristas and a lot of others also could not survive in front of Starbucks, although Starbucks was ruthlessly expensive. लेकिन Starbucks है, uski quality, people literally swear by Starbucks. That's how it is. It's like Haldiram Bhujia, right? Those who are Haldiram Bhujia is Haldiram Bhujia. There can be 5,000 other bhujiyas in the market, but Haldiram hai, Bikaji hai. Remember, there are, in my area where I go, there is a Ramdev Bhujia, there is a Shamdev Bhujia, there is Kanhaiya Bhujia. Whoever, no Kanhaiya, no Ramdev, no Shamdev. Haldiram, Bikaji, these are things you buy, nothing else. Matters over. Sorry, if it's a long answer, but
no, brilliant, sir. So some of the colleagues are asking for your contact details, especially one respected gentleman who taught me the use of liquid funds. So sir is asking for your contact details.
Contact detail is very simple, my dear. If you go to LinkedIn, search for Kamlesh Jain, you will get it. Go to Google, search Kamlesh Jain, you will get it. And if you want my number, I'll type it on the chat box right now. You can take this. My email ID is right on the chat box right now.
Please note it down, dear colleagues. You can always, I'm going to invite sir to Telegram now, right? And Meher, the book's name itself is Blue Ocean Strategy, right? And it starts with how a circus, which was going to become redundant, turned around. That book explains it beautifully because it was never about a circus. It was all about entertainment. Sir Indianized it with the IPL example, which only Kamlesh sir can do. I love you, sir. So now I say one more question, which is very, very important. Is from Mr. Sandeep Kankaria ji, very, very close to it, because it's thanks to him I am on social media, and I want to say that publicly. Is Blue Ocean Strategy also possible for B2B OEM supply, where the buyer specifically controls the price and requirement? So is it also applicable for B2B OEM supply?
Yeah, so I can give you B2B examples as well here. The point is, at the end of the day, whether it's B2B or B2C, at the end of the day, on the other side, there is a customer. Now, whether the customer is a business house by itself or a consumer by himself, that's a different story. But there is a customer. And if you offer the customer some kind of ease, some kind of product that the customer never asked for, you will get there. I'll give you an example for this. In the elevator industry, I hope you guys remember this, lift industry, there's a company called Kone, K-O-N-E. You must have heard about them. There's a company called Kone. There's another company called Johnson Lift. Johnson Lift was the first company to come up with a lift concept. It was originally never used for consumer purposes. It was always used for factory mining purposes and all that. These guys simplified that product. And in fact, Kone was one of the first companies in India. I know them because one of my uncles supplies there, to create a lift which is made out of glass. So they created a concept called transparent lift. Again, it's a B2B market. Remember, it's not a B2C market. It's a consumer, but they said, you know what? Here is a lift which is transparent, which means kaach lagao, mall ke andar, upar niche jao, sabko dikhega. And you don't necessarily need to have a separate space, separate reconstruction and all that. I can put it like this. I can plug and play for you. They did this. And today, if you look at any buildings, there are glass lifts now. Something that never existed, but there are glass lifts today. There are several examples. There's a company called Caterpillar, where I do a lot of training these days. And Caterpillar is into the heavy, what you call as heavy products, heavy equipment, heavy machinery dealer and all that. Even in that segment, they have told me that sometimes they come up with such simplified products with engineering marvel. Obviously, you need engineering, what you call as tricks and all that to do. But you can come up with a product even there. Obviously, let me go back a little bit here. I gave you an Apple example. Obviously, you use Apple in your hand, so you know कि ये Apple का product है. लेकिन Apple के product के अंदर जो भी लगा, वो तो B2B था ना. Remember this, Apple के product में जो भी लगा, chip लगा, power cord लगा, design लगा, metal body लगा, memory card लगा, वो तो B2B था ना. Somebody must have created a product for them to create an end of user product for you. It's possible that it may be a little tough for you to do that because everything is controlled by other guy, but that does not mean. Now, I'll request all of you guys who have a B2B related question. There's a book called Startup Nation. There's a book called Startup Nation. You should read this book.
Hardik bete, aapka bhi question B2B
Startup Nation. You should.
Startup Nation.
Yeah, Startup Nation. You should read this book. It's a book on a country called Israel. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Israel or not, लेकिन अगर जिंदगी में कभी मौका मिले, एक बार इजराइल जरूर जाना. Not obviously in the lockdown period, But go to Israel once and come, because when you go to Israel, you will realize that in every manufacturing industry, in every engineering industry, how those guys have complete, even in agriculture for that matter, how those guys have innovated, where हम लोग उनके आसपास भी नहीं आ सकते. We don't even know how. There's a program on I think on Discovery or somewhere. It's called Food Factories. I don't know if you guys have watched that program. It's called Food Factories. कभी टाइम मिले उस प्रोग्राम को देखना. They talk about how food machinery is made and how somebody comes up with a very nice machinery product and offers that into the food manufacturing industry. I'm not talking about food retailing. It's called packaging food industry. How are these things created? Read this book called Startup Nation. It's an amazing book. And whenever you get chance, read about Israel. They have done wonders on a lot of B2B businesses, which none of us actually end up realizing that this can also be done. It's a small country, लेकिन अमेरिका उससे डरता है. अमेरिका मतलब वो अमेरिका से नहीं डरता है, अमेरिका उससे डरता है. I hope you guys know this.
Sir, should we expand in this COVID period?
Sorry, what's the question?
The question is, given the COVID, should we expand? We had expansion plans, but because of COVID, we are holding ourselves back. Should we expand? This is a question from Bhaveshji.
All right, hold on. All right, so now I don't know which industry you belong to, and I'm not going to be specific to that, but I can tell you just from a...
Yeah, it is tea, the tea that Nana Patekar drinks. Okay.
Fantastic. So let me give you a very simple. If there is a storm, everybody small will collapse. Everybody who's standing strong will become bigger. Remember this. In every business, this rule applies. In whichever industry you are, there are several small players which will not be able to withstand the kind of carnageness that COVID has given to us, which means a lot of those small players will be out of business. And at this time, somebody who stands strong and changes the business model to adapt, you will always be a leader in this market. In fact, I would suggest, and I don't know whether your expansion plans, obviously if your expansion plans were with old mindset, you have to question now because COVID changes a lot of these things. But if your expansion plans are with a new mindset, I would suggest you should still go for it because a lot of other players are going to be out of the game. I know of myself in the last 4 months in my training industry. For the first month, I was down. Second month, I said, change, let's adapt. Third month, and now I know for sure from this month onwards, a lot of the small players are out in the market, and I'm offering something which is simple, which is easy to use, which is easy to apply, and people will grab it. And it's possible. You're from the tea industry. Let me give you a small example. I don't know, I'm sure you will know this. There's a product called Girnar tea. How many of you know this product called Girnar tea? The gentleman. Now, what is Girnar tea, right? You open it, put it inside hot water, matter is over, done. When it started, nobody thought that Girnar tea will be that big. Today, Girnar tea has a sachet. You just open it, add it in hot water, no sugar adding, no milk adding, no masala adding, ready-made tea. And Girnar tea sells like hotcake items. And in this world, when market changes, you need to understand the market kidhar hai. People will not anymore people will not probably go for the cutting chai road there because social distancing, COVID and all that stuff. People will become more health conscious. Remember this, people will become more health conscious. When people become more health conscious, they would want some other solution. And if your expansion plans are in that direction, you should definitely go for it. Again, short answer for long story. Remember this, when there is a storm, COVID is a storm, a lot of small businesses will run out of money, run out of capacity, run out of bandwidth, and you will have an opportunity to stand strong. In fact, if you look at the stock market, it is telling you exactly that. Some big companies are becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Small banks are not able to survive. Middle banks are trying to just hold their place. लेकिन बड़े लोग आज भी बड़े बनते जा रहे हैं. It's possible for us to play the game. You in your industry also. It's just a matter of you understanding कि customer के demand के हिसाब से अपने को mind change किया नहीं किया. Is the product change or not? Is the offering change or not? Is the ERRC done or not? And if you can do all of that, you should definitely go for it.
Incidentally, that's a very, very big brand in central Maharashtra, now expanding very, very fast into MP. Bhaveshji, thank you, sir. One last question.
So, Bhaveshji, one more point here, and this is something which is very close to my heart. India is not a coffee drinking country. Large part of India is actually tea drinking somewhere we forgot this idea, and we, because the Americans and the Westerners were coffee drinking, all the coffee companies came to India, and we forgot कि बाबा अपने को चाय का काम है, कॉफी कब से पीने लगे? Coffee is only in South India, and that too in particular parts of South India, filter coffee and all that. India is actually a tea drinking country, and unfortunately in the tea market there is no big player. There is no big player in the tea market, and we need players in that market. I have been telling this for a long time. McDonald's का fries बिकता है, India का समोसा क्यों नहीं बिकता है? McDonald's का fries बिकता है, India का समोसा क्यों नहीं बिकता है? Indians are not used to burgers, my dear. We are used to samosa, vada pav. Why are we not creating? We need to create the product, but for that we need to tweak some of our offerings and remove some of the hurdles that we have. Sorry.
One last question, sir, from a dear colleague, Mr. Jay Shah. He says, I am a professional accountant. How do I apply Blue Ocean strategy? So he gives virtual accounting services.
Brilliant. So I was hoping that I'll speak to Deepak in this session, and thanks for bringing this question of his. Remember, I used a word called friction, right? Accounting regulatory processes are filled with friction. And I'm telling this as a chartered accountant that they are filled with friction. They're like, there is a lot.
One sec. Sir, Jay Shah, bete sun lijiye, and let me also tell everybody, Kamlesh sir himself is a chartered accountant. Okay, so he understands accounts better than all of us here. Back to you, sir.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm saying this is that accounting, and not just accounting, they're talking about regulatory. When I say regulatory, meaning GST return and ESI return, PF return, pata nahi kya kya returns and all that, everything is filled with friction. Now, in all of these, you still have to do it. Inse paisa nahi banta hai. Remember, mera accounting karne se main paisa nahi kamara. My mind is actually getting diverted. Like, for example, I'm a trainer. For me to file GST return is a useless task, but I still have to do it. Now, in a useless task, if there is somebody who's offering me a product which is seamless, मुझे कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता है, मुझे सिर्फ बिल भेजना उसको, and the guy will automatically file the return, and it's a seamless process from start to end. I will love that guy. I'll pay him 5,000 rupees every month and say कि यार तू मेरा दो invoice का GST return file कर, मेरे को नहीं करने का है ऐसा. And I'm telling you this because regulation and regulatory compliance will become a huge burden as we get into what is called as more and more formalized industry. And when we get formalized, we have to comply with a lot of regulations. Regulations is a cost to a business. It's not a revenue to a business. Remember this. No regulation is revenue. All regulation is cost. If there is a cost, every industry will try and minimize it. We'll try and seamlessly do it. And if you are offering a product which can seamlessly do it, you can use a technology backbone, you can use some simplified tools, you don't necessarily need to create an ERP tool and all that. लेकिन अगर कोई ऐसा product आप दो, you can mint a lot of money even in this business. There is a company called ClearTax. I'm sure you guys have heard it. And there are several of these tax filing companies which make a ton of money just by filing tax returns. And I don't want to name any what you call as bad name anybody, but there are companies which file for a nil tax return. They will charge you 3,000 rupees for a nil tax return. Imagine this, Baba, tax ही नहीं भरना मेरे को. सिर्फ मोदी जी बोले टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल कर तो फाइल कर रहा हूँ, उसमें भी कुछ करने का नहीं है, 3 बटन दबाने का, XML डाउनलोड, XML अपलोड. लेकिन कैसे होता है वो? You have to offer seamless process. You have to offer frictionless process. Number 3, you have to go to customers who are not your customers. I am repeating this again. You have to go to people who are not your customers. With entrepreneurship, with the vocal for local, with all these small shops coming up everywhere, you will need more and more people to serve them. उनके पास खुद का accountant रखने का पैसा नहीं. There's a shop that I go to called Cheap and Best nearby. उसके पास खुद के पास 20,000 रुपए का accountant का पैसा नहीं है उसके पास. How does he do it? He does it with somebody else. If you give him a seamless process, and by then I can, not to scare you, but there's a company called Paytm which is getting into it. Paytm very soon, I know a friend of mine who works in Paytm, very soon Paytm is going to come with what is called as back-end integration of the entire accounting process. And then entire accounting and entire filing process, provided all sales happen through Paytm. Obviously, they are trying to keep a catch there for themselves. But the idea is कि कोई seamlessly करे. तो मेरे को धंधा करना है यार. मेरे को income tax return file कर, GST return file कर, 3B, 1A, 9A, 9C. इसमें मेरा दिमाग कहाँ लगाने का है? Well, I am not interested in all this. I am interested in मेरा धंधा चला यार. For if you ask me, Kamlesh, मेरे को कैमरे पे बुला के बोलने को बोलो, मेरा काम हुआ है, जीएसटी रिटर्न फाइल करना अपना काम नहीं है. I hope, but you have to in every, and in regulatory it is much bigger, my dear. I can tell you even now, there are companies waiting to pile up on this regulatory industry. में इतना पैसा है, because everybody has to do it. There's no escape from this.
So this reminds me of what Moradian sir said yesterday. We are closing now, the closing remarks. Yesterday we had a session at Simmerpeet's. I think please put your comments for the speaker. My humble request to all of you. Thanks, Abhishek. So please look at the chats. There will be a lot of compliments, which is important for me. So yesterday, Moradian sir's lecture happened, and somebody asked, Dr. Neeraj Agarwal, okay, asked, how do you apply whatever we are teaching at the hospital? So all that sir said was, start from your reception area itself. When anxious people come, ensure that you take care of their anxiety. Start. And of course, Moradian sir, when he speaks, he does not speak like Kamlesh sir or Anil Menon. He has his own style. He said, boss, go dekh pehla. Wahan se start kar. Don't think about operation theater. So I think it's all applicable across the line. It's about eliminating process. Oh, form mat bharao hai na Munna Bhai mein. Form क्यों भर रहा है यार, वो आदमी मर रहा है तो फॉर्म क्यों भरे, right? Amazing session, Kamlesh sir. Thank you very, very much. Kamlesh sir, I'm so happy I started this season with you. Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you very, very much. I request all of you, and I personally recommend Kamlesh sir for training programs. He has given his contact details. I'll tell you why. I've seen a lot of difference in the participants after the session. They apply what he has done, and then they come back with positivity, whether it's Deutsche Bank, whether it's BNB Paribas, whether it's a manufacturing company, whether it's a family managed business. Kamlesh sir rocks. And the best part of it is he does it with a lot of passion. And that passion shows when he teaches. Gani, you got it absolutely right. It is the passion about this great man that makes him so very fluent and passionate. In fact, one of the seminars that he attended, he said this. He said, this is what I love doing, and I want to die doing that. That's what Kamlesh sir said then. I don't know if he remembers that, but he said that. I want to die doing this. I love teaching. Teaching is my passion. I left Goldman Sachs and all that high fancy salaries, high fancy cars. I love teaching. That's my passion. And I want to die doing that. Thank you very, very much, Kamlesh sir. You are absolutely amazing. There's a lot of flow of thoughts coming in. Thank you very, very much. As the respected participants, again, Anil Menon is requesting, please continue your sponsorships. People should not die of hunger. Hunger Collective needs you all. Thank you. Right. Serve society through business is the motto. And one promise I can make to all of you all. With Kamlesh sir, I can say that. The others I have to check. Kamlesh sir will be on Telegram today night. That I can tell you. Because I know, sir, I can tell you that because when he comes in, all your questions can be answered, right? Especially on right attention, concentration, pact, and of course, Blue Ocean strategy. Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you, right?
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, guys. All of you. Enjoy. Have a good night.